Hello, this is the third and final video in a series about boundaries. So, how do you say no to yourself? The first part is knowing what you want, which we learned last week. In order to stay focused with your time, you need to make a plan, hold yourself accountable, adjust the plan, and reflect. Now for the actual no part. What happens when you're doing all of those things and you still find yourself reaching for an activity that you have crossed out on your creating space tracker because it's not in line with your values? 3 things. You're going to ask, analyze, and replace. I used to spend so much time relaxing or decompressing because I was so exhausted physically and emotionally from my busy schedule. So I'd spend time scrolling through Instagram or too much time socializing as a means of avoiding my life. So much that I ended up being more stressed out because I was wasting valuable time. And this vicious cycle only ended when I realized that I could get what I needed, a break, and fit in all of my priorities if I said no to myself and planned my time intentionally. So here's exactly what I did to set boundaries with myself, ultimately giving me the ability to be stress-free about how I spend my time confidently. Step 1, ask. When you find yourself reaching for that thing you don't want to do, ask yourself, what do I really want by seeking this activity? Is it relaxation, a mind break, a body break, a new stimulus because you're bored? Is it one of those things or something else? But once you know, then you're able to provide a solution. Reflecting on your needs allows you to meet them intentionally instead of reaching for the closest distraction like social media or a snack, etc. Remember, there is no judgment here, just learning and improving. So once you figure out this need, make a note in your phone or on a Post-it or the tracker for this week's challenge on my website, but somewhere that you can come back to later. All right, this brings us to step 2, analyze. How can I achieve that need that I just figured out efficiently? If I need to relax, maybe I could take a few deep breaths. If I need a mind break, I could take 5 minutes to complete a mundane task that needs to be accomplished by the end of the day, like paying a bill. If I need a body break, I might go for a 5-minute walk or stand up and stretch. If I'm bored, maybe I just need to change my environment or the task that I'm working on. If I'm doing something menial, I can even add earbuds or an audiobook for some music. If you're missing connection with fellow humans, you can get on the phone and chat with a family member for a little bit or go to the break room or a colleague's office to run an idea by them. This is basically trial and error. Play with the solution until you figure out what meets your needs, and then write that down too. All right, finally, step 3, replace. Once you know the actual need and have a solution that works, you're going to start replacing that old habit with the new effective and efficient one. Remember the habit cycle from my habit video, cue, routine, and reward? Well, you can't change the cue. That's there to stay, or what we've been calling the need. But you can change the routine. And abstaining from bad habits is actually really difficult and requires a ton of willpower, but replacing bad habits with new ones just takes focus and consistency. So here's where you need the notes that you've taken around what your need and what your new routine or the solution to that need is. When you're planning your day, try to anticipate your cues and plan for the new routine. This will take a little bit of finagling to get right, to be sure. So be sure to reflect on how each day's attempts go. But after a couple of weeks of consistent implementation, you'll find it much easier to avoid the old habit. And after a couple of months, that old habit will be dead and gone. As with anything we do, be easy on yourself. If you miss the mark once or twice here and there by indulging in that old task, no worries. If, however, you find that you are unable to keep up the new routine, it might be time to reevaluate the old habit and your values, because maybe this is something that you actually do value. Or maybe you need to reevaluate the new routine because maybe there's a better solution out there for you. All right, I hope this helps you enjoy life. To support your challenge this week, I've uploaded a boundary guide to the freebies page on my website. Make sure you check it out. And as always, if you have a question on this topic or any other, shoot me an email. It could be featured in an upcoming video. Also, I'd love to see how following these steps goes for you. So feel free to email me or share your experience with me on Instagram by posting your completed boundary guide, tagging me, and using the hashtag EnjoyLifeChallenge. Lastly, if you're ready for more individualized help, sign up for a free consultation with me. I can't wait until you gain the clarity you need to achieve the dreams you deserve. See you next time.